Night 3 of the New Japan Cup had a stacked card and some pretty lofty expectations, but did it live up to the hype? Here is my review. The first tournament match of the night was Sanada against Ryusuke Taguchi, and just as I was thinking that comedy wrestling didn't work in empty arenas, they made it work, and this was an awesome match. The beginning started out with those comedy bits you would expect from Taguchi, with Sanada playing along a little bit, and the highlight of that early on was Taguchi selling an inverted atomic drop that was very Rick Rude-esque. After that, it was strictly business, and this quickly turned into a beautiful counter-filled technical wrestling match between Sanada and Taguchi. And even though I might not always find Taguchi funny, when he wrestles seriously, he is a joy to watch because he is that good in the ring. I don't know what it is about a lot of these comedy guys, but so many of them can seriously wrestle. At the end, Taguchi had some really close near falls that damn near had me, but then Sanada hit another inverted atomic drop, bringing the comedy full circle, and then he rolled him up Zack Sabre Jr. like, basically the same way he beat him in Dallas. Bridge, pin, match over. It was a very clever finish to an awesome match, and a great way to start out the cup matches on this night. The second cup match of the night was Shingo Takagi vs. SHO, a rematch from the Best of the Super Juniors Night 1. Their match last year was insane, so they set the bar really high, but they did not disappoint one bit. Basically, this feud has been all about SHO trying to prove his strength to Shingo, and this match was no different. Both men came firing right out of the gate, and then things started to slow down a little bit, and then at the end they picked up. I thought the pacing was really nice here. Commentary was fantastic as usual. Like I said, I stick to the English commentary, but the Japanese team has been great because they show so much emotion. Shingo controlled most of the action in this match, with SHO doing a lot of the selling. I thought he did an excellent job of showing a lot of emotion himself. Really, if there was a crowd, you know he would have been suckering them in hook, line, and sinker. I thought the fact that he was able to show that much emotion without a crowd is a real testament to how well he performed in this match. And it perfectly built up to the finish where he hit Shingo with a straight jacket pile driver and then the shock arrow for the win, finally beating Shingo and advancing to the second round. Like I said, their match last year was insane, but this might have been one of the best matches of the quarantine era yet. I thought they did as good as they possibly could have without a live audience and equaled last year's match, and I think that if they did have a live audience, it would have exceeded it. This match was that good, one that you absolutely have to go out of your way to see. The finish was great. I love the shock arrow, straight jacket, pile driver combination. That's a way to kill someone. I thought it was the perfect way to beat somebody who he couldn't beat prior. And now SHO moves on, and he'll likely face Shingo at Dominion for the Openweight Championship. And sign me up for a trilogy, please. Moving on to the third tournament match of the night, we saw Zack Sabre Jr. go up against Kota Ibushi. Usually when it comes to Zack Sabre Jr. matches, for me, I either really like them or don't like them at all. And unfortunately, this is one of the ones that I did not like. During night 1 of this tournament last week, I talked about it in my review where I really liked the moment at the end of the match where Zack Sabre Jr. was trash-talking Kota Ibushi. So I was excited for this match, but it really didn't do anything for me. I didn't think it was bad. It was what you would expect from Zack Sabre Jr. and Ibushi, but they have had better matches before, and there really wasn't any drama here. I felt like it seriously lacked that drama. I never really felt like Zack Sabre Jr. was going to beat him, and then the finish happened, Kota hit Kamigoye, and that was it. I thought the finish fell really flat, and without this match really taking that next level and kicking into that next gear, I just didn't really enjoy it that much. Again, not a bad match, but not one I can say I was into either. The fourth tournament match of the night and the main event saw Hiroshi Tanahashi go up against Taichi. The match started with Taichi attacking Tana before the bell, just like you see Suzuki-gun do in every match, and that really set the tone for the entire match. Tanahashi did all of the selling and was really hampered by those attacks the entire time, and for me, that begs the question, did Taichi really need to have that spot before the match? Last year, Taichi was easily one of New Japan's most improved wrestlers, and that says a lot when you consider how deep their singles roster is, and he impressed with his wrestling ability and by being able to score big wins over top-name guys. So I don't think he really needed all that in the beginning of the match here. Again, I know Suzuki-gun is known for this. I have no problem with that aspect, but I don't think that Tanahashi needed to sell that much because I think Taichi can just beat him convincingly, in my opinion at least. Now I know you want to protect Tanahashi too, and you don't want him to lose cleanly all the time, but I thought that the interference with Doki was a little too much, and that the match might have been better off without that and just the attack before the bell, and really not making that cheap shot the entire focus. And I know the effort was there from Tanahashi, but I don't think trying to get that big dramatic comeback worked without a live audience. You constantly saw the young lion pounding the mat, trying to start that slow clap. He did it twice, and that's really the cue for the crowd to get into it. So without that crowd there, something really felt like it was missing. So the way this match was laid out didn't really work for me. I didn't think it was a bad match, but I thought it could have been much better had there been some more back and forth wrestling, less interference, and then a little more of a clean finish for Taichi. So Taichi wins when it never felt like Tanahashi even had a chance, and that sets up Taichi versus Ibushi for the second round, and then eventually, of course, the tag team match with Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. against Ibushi and Tanahashi. As for my final thoughts on this night of action, I thought it met expectations but didn't exceed them. We got two good matches and then two bangers. And even though this night was a little longer than the previous two nights, it held my attention the entire time and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I definitely thought that Shingo and SHO had the match of the night, and now I'm just hoping that Night 4 ends up being much better than it looks on paper, because it kind of looks a little weak. But anyway, let me know in the comment section how you felt about Night 3 of the New Japan Cup. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll be covering every night of the tournament. Give me a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Twitter at @A_Barragato, link in the description. And for now, I'm Anthony, and thank you for watching.